Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the video. Today we have a lot to talk about. We are going to be talking about Alex Bowman and his worthiness of the 48, and also the prospect of Kyle Larson again, and just overall the craziness that is Hendrick Motorsports right now, because they are my favorite team and I love to talk about them, and you guys sound like you guys like to hear me talk about them as well. So one thing, I am not feeling very good, so if my voice sounds different, that's why. I've just had kind of a raspy throat all day, so that's why. Other than that, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and actually let me know what number you would like to see the fourth car of Hendrick be in 2021 and why. I'm genuinely curious. I'm pulling for the 88, but it doesn't seem likely, if there even will be a fourth car, which we will be talking about. So without further ado, let's just get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first topic of discussion here is Alex Bowman and his, just general worth, and if he's worthy of the 48, because the 48 is a massive deal in NASCAR, very clearly. Over the past, 2 decades, it has won 7 championships in the form of Jimmy Johnson. And if this car is just running, mid to back of the field, that's probably not going to be cutting it for Hendrick. So, is he worthy of driving this car? In my opinion, yes. Okay, and just hear me out. So, Alex Bowman is somewhat of an anomaly because he's very, very, very good, but he is extremely hit or miss, right? Like, sometimes he finishes just like 28th, like no problems, just randomly sucks. Okay, but then other times, like especially lately, the last few races in the beginning of the season, Alex Bowman was just absolutely on point. He at the beginning of the season before the pandemic hit was just always contending for wins. He got a win, and now he's back running at the front. He led, a decent amount of stage 1 yesterday, which, by the way, that rain, yikes. So he led a decent amount yesterday. He pitted right before the rain came out, so he's sitting in 18th, but, it's all kind of frisky right now with the rain. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He has a decent chance to win at Texas. However, I do think that him winning at Texas or at the next race at Martinsville is going to be just about his only chance to get into the Final Four. However, the fact that he, as such a young competitor, is getting this far is pretty incredible, because he's doing better than Jimmy Johnson and William Byron in, virtually the same equipment. So it's pretty interesting to see, to be honest, just the difference that he's being able to pull out. This year he's been not quite, but close to the same level as Chase Elliott, which is wild. However, if I was Hendrick, I probably would have put Chase Elliott in the 48 and left Alex Bowman in the 88, but I completely see why they didn't, because the 48 already has a sponsor and ally, which is why I assume they switched him over to the 48, which brings us to Kyle Larson, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I assume that he switched to the 48 because of sponsorship, and Chase Elliott kind of has a brand in the 9, so I get why they didn't change him. Alex Bowman doesn't have much of a brand. People still associate the 88 with Dale Jr., obviously. William Byron also would have been a reasonable pick, but it kind of sucks that, for me at least, that Alex Bowman got moved to the 48, because it most likely means that they're getting rid of the 88. But that's neither here nor there. Essentially, though, I would say yes, Alex Bowman is definitely worthy of this 48, because I do see him having a bright future. I think he could, go deep into success in his career. I feel like Alex Bowman will have a successful career, hopefully at Hendrick. But like I said with the sponsorship, I think that kind of leads to Hendrick opening a fourth car, and with sponsorship being that much of a problem, enough that they would move Alex Bowman to the 48 to open up the 4th seat as someone who doesn't have Ally, my money is definitely on Kyle Larson at the moment. And we talked about that in a recent video, so I would definitely recommend going to check that out on my channel if you haven't. But I just want to dive into that a little bit too. The rumor initially was that Hendrick would be going down to a 3-car team in 2021, which is definitely still possible. However, now with that Alex Bowman moving and switching things up, it seems fairly likely that they'll have a 4th car, most likely piloted by Kyle Larson. However, that's still up in the air. There seems to be a crew chief shift going on as well. Rudy Fugel, I believe is his name, has been positioned to be the new crew chief for William Byron in 2021, which is interesting. No more Chad Knos, I guess. I don't know how that's going to work, if they're moving him around as well or what's going on there, but interesting to see nonetheless. And yeah, so with this 4th car, allegedly, there are a couple numbers going around that it could be. A lot of people are saying the 5, which would be interesting. Obviously, Kyle Busch used to drive the 5 for Hendrick Motorsports, which was interesting. They had Frosted Flakes back as a sponsor then. You guys may remember playing old NASCAR games like, Chase for the Cup 2005, booting up and playing as Kyle Busch in the Frosted Flakes car. Just a nice little dose of nostalgia, to help the video out. But yeah, they could bring back the number 5. I would like to see that because there is, a lot of nostalgia for that, I guess. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. Some people are saying 57 because that's Kyle Larson's number in dirt. If Kyle Larson comes back, they're saying 57. I don't know. That would be okay, I guess. Pretty on brand for Kyle Larson, but not very on brand for Hendrick. I'm probably gonna make a video about branding, by the way, coming up, but that's regardless. 57. I have no connection to that. I don't think a ton of people do either, so I don't think that would maybe be the way to go. I would love to see them stick with the 88. Kyle Larson in the 88 would be extremely cool, I think, but doesn't seem very likely, in all honesty. I'm thinking it'll probably be the 5. I've heard 25 tossed around as well. I'm not sure why for that one, but I definitely have heard 25. In my opinion, I think personally that they will and probably should go with the 5. I would like the 88 though. So it's really interesting right now because Hendrick, a lot of people are like, oh, Hendrick is like a mid-pack team or whatever. Like, they haven't been performing very well as of late, which is interesting because they haven't been winning every single championship like they kind of used to, but they still had 3 drivers in the playoffs, almost 4. And I think that speaks volumes. They have a couple wins this season, but they're really just in quite a chaotic state, to be honest. In right now. Okay, that didn't even make sense, but they're in quite a chaotic state, and it'll be interesting to see where they go from here. We can speculate all we want, but really we don't know. There's the crew chiefs are being shuffled, sponsors are coming in and out, they're running into financial problems, bouncing back, getting wins, extremely inconsistent on track, and now down to 3 cars as of now, probably looking for at a 4th. Really just I don't really know what's going to happen, to be honest. You can speculate all you want, but we won't really know until more news comes out. So, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to hear about that news, because I will definitely probably be posting more NASCAR news in the future. So make sure you want to stay up to date with that. Hit the like button, share with your friends. I hope you guys are having a blessed and safe day and just, doing well. So other than that, this has been Decaf Dr. Thunder, just talking about Hendrick Motorsports and all the craziness, and I will see you guys next time.